Good afternoon, members of the Commission, traditional owners, councillors and community attendees. I'm a resident of the Southern Highlands with 3 young children, and I'm speaking as a concerned member of that community. However, I want to highlight my background includes 20 years in supply chain across Europe, Asia and the Middle East, and I'm currently the CEO of an authorised stewardship scheme for one of the federal government's declared problem waste products. That role requires me to authorise and audit 10 recycling sites across Australia, and I've previously managed a recycling site in the ACT on behalf of ACT No Waste. It's that experience which informs my concern over the site proposal currently under. I believe that the Environmental Impact Assessment and State Significant Development Report have not addressed key elements to a level that allow the IPC to make a recommendation on this project. I believe that if the IPC were to approve this application, it would be open to challenge given the lack of supporting data around some of the claims within those reports. While I have concerns around numerous elements within those reports, including a lack of formal consultation with Gundungurra traditional owners, today I'm focusing on the inadequacies of the fire risk assessment and plans. I want to be very clear that I fully support projects of this nature. Recycling is how we deal with design flaws of the past, and it's a crucial element of our transition to a circular economy. My concern is around the location of this facility. It is not the right site. We have a very unique opportunity here, but we're looking at an exceptionally high-risk location for Australia's largest plastics recycling operation. This is a site that is 5 times bigger than any other plastics facility in the country, with a boundary buffer to residences that is the narrowest in Australia. It is located next to the Garvan Institute, an organisation that's medical testing supports not just Australia but the world. In essence, it's irreplaceable. No matter how advanced the facility and robust processes, there is always a risk of fires. The ACT's only materials recovery facility, located in Hume, was destroyed 2 years ago. That's why similar projects operate in appropriate industrial areas with adequate exclusion zones. The Hume fire alone clearly demonstrates to me the lack of serious assessment around the fire risk within the EIS and SSD. On Boxing Day in 2022, a fire ignited at the site that escalated rapidly. Within 2 minutes, response units were alerted and dispatched, with the first truck arriving within 6 minutes. Within 12 minutes, 3 more arrived, and another 4 minutes after that. Aerial support arrived within 28 minutes. 32 minutes after that O call, despite efforts from a total of 18 units and aerial support, crews had to adopt a defensive strategy to protect the surrounding site, of which my facility was one. The fire's intensity ultimately consumed that facility, with it declared a loss 48 minutes after the O call. The fire safety plan in this proposal suggests that 3 trucks stationed across the Highlands would suffice as containment until reinforcements could arrive from Campbelltown or Goulburn at earliest 50 minutes later. This is manifestly untrue, inadequate, and there is no evidence to support the claims of that nature made in this proposal. The Hume fire occurred in a secure industrial area, distant from residences and nowhere near a daycare. This proposal suggests that a 90-metre buffer from residence boundaries and 50 metres from a highly vulnerable and significant research facility is appropriate. The storage proposal allows for 20,000 tonnes of plastics to be stored on site. There was 150 tonnes on the site at Hume when it was engulfed with such ferocity in 30 minutes and took 4 days to bring under control. What would 20,000 tonnes do, and where is that appropriately and adequately addressed within these assessments? This facility has immense potential, but not at this site, and I do not believe the IPC can recommend based on the current levels of details within the assessments. I also suggest that a more appropriate location exists that is safer and in harmony with our community needs. 8 kilometres up the road is the heavy industrial zone identified in both the Mossvale Economic Plan and the SHIP. These sites have direct access to the Hume Highway and provide a minimum 2-kilometre buffer from residences rather than 200 metres. Aside from the IPC process we are engaging in today, I suggest to our leaders, our community and Ms. Zheng, that we have all the right people in this room to start discussions on how to get this facility in the right place where it can provide the services that our state and country so desperately need at a scale and location that are appropriate for the risk these operations bring.